welcome to Creative Hearts. My name is Gemma Rosenthal and I am a creative life coach. I'm here to help you to live your most fulfilling and awesomely wonderful, heart-centered creative life. So the topic I want to talk to you today is a topic that I explored for a recent music video that I created myself, just for fun, to put together a song using music and sounds and singing and a bit of speaking and just loads of different things, and then some dancing, and I just put it all together and put it into a concept video. So this is something I've been doing since lockdown. I started off using my phone and just recording it on my phone. And the reason why I want to kind of talk to you about this topic of perfectionism is because I thought that in order to become, an artist or to be an entrepreneur, I had to have, the proper setup of professional level kind of equipment. Now, I'm not saying in any reason, because I've recently upgraded certain things like my laptop. I have changed, because in order to, if you're an entrepreneur and you do creative things, and or even if you're just living life, sometimes you want to upgrade technology so that it matches your skills, and that's a really good thing. So when I talk about perfectionism, I'm not saying that you shouldn't invest in good quality people skills, put time into getting things of a good quality. What I'm saying is that if you find it's taking you longer or it's taking you more time to create what you want to create, is saying that you can actually create with very little things. So to be creative, in order to be creative, you do not have to have, you don't need to be a professional at anything, because we are creative in ourselves. We come from the creative source. So, one of the things I used in the video was this. It's a star that's my friend gave me, actually, Manifestation Maven, and it's supposed to have a candle in it. But in the music video, I just go like this, and it because of the filter that I put on with in the video, it actually looks like like a shining star. And this is things that you can do with kind of like filters on your phone or filters on the laptop. You can actually create things that are fun and exciting, and you can do it with basically very little to no skills. Which sounds, I'm not saying you shouldn't have skills, whereas, like, obviously I have invested time and energy into skills of acting, singing, dancing, songwriting, and now I'm looking more into the production side. But even if you haven't trained as a dancer, for example, you don't have to have trained as a dancer to be able to dance, to be able to move, to be able to use it as a creative thing. You could just put a few moves together, and just then you could add some kind of maybe put on some jewelry and just look at it, and then it's like you've created something out of nothing. This is something that I did actually in the video, which I just filmed here, and I just used hand movements, which I did learn from tutting, which is the style in that little bit. It's just a little bit, but I used that in the video like this, and I just put a filter on it and just give it a go and just not allow anything to
stop you from doing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can just be.
Do you understand what I mean? So I think what I'm trying to encourage you to do is to allow yourself the freedom to create even when you don't think it's going to be like this perfect thing, because the thing about creativity is that it's the doing that is the reward. You know, it's great when you do a creative project and it all comes together and it's great and you love it and you see the end product. But at the end of the day, after that end product's done, you're going to want to create something else and then something else and then something else. And it's actually the joy of creating and doing and really getting your hands in the mud kind of thing, as they say, doing the creative aspect to it, that is the most joyful thing to do. So that's what I want to encourage, is that you get out there and do whatever it is you need to do to create, and allow yourself the freedom to not always have to be perfect. You can be good, and you can also do it not good. You know, it doesn't need to be. We need to stop judging creativity. Can't speak. We need to stop judging creativity. Now, often I will look at YouTube videos of artists and sometimes get really, really sad, because underneath people will comment things like about their skills, maybe about and then compare it to other people's and be like, oh well, this singer's this and this, you know, this singer's this. And it's kind of like, we need to really go beyond critiquing skills, although it's wonderful when someone is skilled, and it's wonderful when, you know, we can critique in a way that goes, how can we improve this? So critiquing is wonderful if you are part of the creative process. So if you're part of someone's creative process, or even if you're there to inspire someone to create something even better, then that's wonderful, critique it. But if you're just kind of like on the keyboard critiquing someone's work and you're not an expert in any kind of way, then it's not really helpful. And all it is, it's like a projection of our thoughts onto someone else that's doing it, and then we kind of like think we have some kind of right to critique someone, you know, even though we're not doing it ourselves. So I think, or even if we are doing it ourselves, it's kind of like, why put time and energy into something that's not helpful when we could be putting time and energy into something that's helpful? So that is basically what I want to say about that, in terms of perfectionism. If you would like to work one-on-one with me, I do creative life coaching sessions, which is basically a session for you to open up about what it is that you want to create in your life. How do you want your life to look like? What do you want to be doing? And what is getting in the way of that? Because with life coaching, NLP, which is a way of changing the thought patterns in your mind so that you can then take the actions that you want to take, so that you can live a life of happiness and freedom and joy and all those lovely things. It's also about connecting to that inner self within. So I've recently done my Reiki healing as well, level 2. So if you would like some Reiki energy healing in with the session, then do let me know. But there's lots of different options of ways that I can help you to support you in living your most creative life. And a lot of the time people don't prioritize creativity, but creativity is what gives us life. It's what brings us joy. It's what creates connection as well with other people. So it's very, very important to prioritize, and also, you know, to see it as a form of therapy. recognized way of creating healing within you and within others as well. So it changes the world. So yeah, that's so you can do one-on-one sessions with me. You can also do workshops with me as well. I do Finding Your Voice sessions on Friday, the fourth Friday of the month. So if you want to join them, you can. And also, I do a podcast. I co-host a podcast with Chris Sissons called Find, Tell, Share, the Storytellers Podcast. I'll also be doing a workshop on creative calm and confidence, so how you can really embody the sense of creativity into your life. So that's going to be a course as well as workshop forms. So yeah, just follow my pages at creativehearts.coach and Gemma Rosenthal, and I look forward to talking with you. Also, I do a blog as well. I've just started a blog. There's loads to share on here, and I feel like I'm just like, it's so long, but not this video is quite short actually compared to my others, but just in terms of, all the stuff on the end. But yeah, I will pop links below anyways. So I hope that helps you a little bit to let go of perfectionism. Also, I have an event on Friday, October the 15th. Collaborating with Zen Sound Healing, Natalie Carden, who's my friend, and we will be doing a workshop on connecting to the heart through voice and sound. So it'd be lovely to see you at any of those workshops, and if you have any questions about one-on-ones or workshops, just drop me a message. Remember that your creative life is important and your voice matters.